getting closer. We have one problem here, that set breed's not defined. So what we're going to do is, if you remember, we did pass that here and use dropdown at the end, the set state function, right? So we're just going to grab that too. So set breed. And now that'll be defined, right? Because that's coming from the use dropdown. Not using breed yet, that's okay. But the thing that we're getting here is, hey, just so you know, it contains a call to set breeds. Without a list of dependencies, this can lead to an infinite chain of updates. So the problem here is, with use effect, you have to declare your dependencies, which is kind of an odd way of phrasing this, but stick with me for just a second. Use effect is going to run, as of right now, after every single time that render gets called, which is too frequently, right? So right now, if I had it, every time that I typed into location here, it would request a new set of breeds. That's obviously incorrect. That's not what we want to do, right? We only want to request breeds when animal updates, as well as on the first time. So what you can do here with use effect, rather than have this run after every single render, we can say only run when these things change. So what you do is you declare the things that it depends on. So here it depends on what? It depends on animal, right? Because if that changes, then we need to change it. So we'll put animal there. But it also technically depends on set breed and set breeds. Now, you and I both know that that's never going to change, but ESLint demands that they still be there because it still technically depends on them. So set breeds as well. It doesn't matter what order these come in. It's just a list of dependencies that React will check. Is like, if any one of these things changed, rerun this effect after it renders. Otherwise, don't run it again, right? So now if location changes, because location's not in here, it's not going to rerun this effect. So let's go make sure this actually works. If I refresh this, now notice that breed is no longer grayed out. If I click on here, you can see that it actually has a lot of new dogs in it, right? And notice that if I start typing in here, it doesn't request new breeds. However, if I change the dog to be cat, notice that it's going to gray out here for just a second. That was very fast, but now notice here that like it has American Bobtail and Calico and Cornish Rex and things like that. Same thing with small furry. I guess you can adopt a skunk.